There we go, starting the record. If we want to know what Chase's winning percent is right now, we've got to do the 18 divided by 30. That's a really bad O, but that's okay. So if we do that, what percent of games is Chase winning right now? What is 18 divided by 30? Yeah, it's 0.6 or 60%. So he's currently winning 60. So we want to know how many games would he have to win in a row to have a 75% record? What is that going to change? How can we do that? Thoughts? That's a thought, is to take the 0.75 and multiply it by 30. What that'll tell him, though, is to see how many games he would have had to have won.
It's 22.5.
Not you. Oh my gosh. Nosy, watch. That would tell him how many games he would have had to win at 30 games. So we're looking to change the number of games. What if he wins one more game? What would we do? Yeah, we'd add 1 to the 18, and we'd add 1 to the 30, right? Because it's one more game they played. What if they played 2 more games and he won it? What would we do with that? Yeah, we do 18 plus 2 over 30 plus 2. What if it's some number of games? X. We could do 18 plus X over 30 plus X. And what do we want that to equal? 75%, right? How do I put 75% as a decimal? 0.75. That's how we're going to structure this. Is this right here?
Did you put that to the calculator, or did you just equal to it?
I set it equal to that. Because we want to know what X is in order to have the 75% record. This was just us thinking about it and trying to find the structure. So we're going, I don't know how many games he needs. I don't. But whatever it is, we need it to equal 0.75. So what can I do to solve this and figure out what X actually is? We have fractiony grossness. How do I get rid of fractiony grossness? Times both sides by 30 plus X. That makes my denominator on this side cancel out, and we're left with 18 plus X equals 0.75 times the quantity, 30 plus X. Bring this up over here, and actually I'm going to give us some more space. There we go. What can I do to simplify this? Yeah, we're going to distribute here. So we're going to have our 18 plus X equals, what is 0.75 times 30? 22.5 plus 0.75x. I have to zoom it in to make it see. 0.75x. Still trying to solve this. What can we do? Yeah, we're going to move the 0.75x. so that my x's are together. Minus 0.75 x. So I have 18 plus what? What do I have left?
0.25.
I don't have 0.75 left.
0.20.
Oh, 0.25, yes. 0.25. 1 minus 0.75 is 0.25x. 22.5. Still trying to solve for x. Subtract 18. 0.25x equals 4.5. How do we get x by itself? Divide. And you can divide by the decimal. The calculators will do it. So what does x equal? It's 4.5 divided by 0.25. What was it? 18. So how many games does he need to win in a row? 18 more games. So if he wants to have a 75% win streak, he needs to win 18 more games. The reason we talk about in a row is because if it's not in a row, it makes the math even like way complicated and gross. So it has to be in a row. Okay. So we've done one of those. I want you to take a couple minutes and try and do the next one. How many games would Chase have to win in a row to have a 90% winning record? So start from scratch, do another 90%. Same kind of vibe. So see if you guys can do that. These ones show up all the time on things like SAT, PSAT, we still got to do that. Entrance exams at colleges. They love to do these kinds of problems because they're kind of a logic problem and kind of a math problem. And they love to smash them together. So see if you can put together for a 90%. And I'm going to mark our attendance because I forgot to do that. Give me just 1 second. Let me mark our attendance and I'll be right over to Gianna. Incoming. Yes, sir. We had 1x minus 0.75x. So take the x with it. So that's 1x minus 3/4 of an x.
Oh. Okay.
There it is. I just heard that one click.
Okay.
All right. What are we thinking? How can we set this up? Yeah. .90. Yeah, so we're going to follow the exact same process. If we times 30 plus x on both sides, my denominator cancels out and we're left with our 18 plus x equals 0.90 times 30 plus x. So we can set it up exactly the same way. Knocking stuff over. But I did it. All right, what are we going to do next? Distribute. So we're going to have 18 plus x equals, what is 0.9 times 30? 27 plus 0.9x. Then what? Minus 0.9x from both sides. So I have 18 plus what? 0.1x equals 27. Subtract the 18. Brianna, you are rocking it. So we subtract 18 from both sides and we're left with what? 9. What does x equal? 90. So if he wanted to have a 90% winning record, he would have to win 90 games in a row. They've only played 30. It's going to take him a long time because the likelihood of him winning 90 games in a row, unless his sibling is 3, I'm going to go with that's probably not going to happen, especially since he's already lost 12 games. Okay, so that's how we're structuring these together. These kinds of problems they love to give us, especially on things like SAT, PSAT, ACT, whichever ASVAB, whatever testing we are choosing to do for our next goals in life. They love to put these kinds of problems on there. So let's look at part C and think about this one. Is Chase going to be able to reach a 100% winning record? Why not? He already lost some games. So no, unless they restart. He already lost some games. He can get like 99%. He can get 99.999%. But there is no way to get 100 because 100 is perfect. Perfection. And he's already lost some. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Every single person who does a thing loses sometimes. It's okay to not be perfect, preaching about other things right now. It is okay to not be perfect in everything. Everybody loses something. Life skills with Mrs. B. All right, let's look at part D, last bit. So now we're saying he did reach his 90% streak. He won the 90%, so he won those 90 in a row. Then he has a losing streak. How many games in a row would he have to lose to drop down below 55%? So he's done the 90%. He took his 18 games plus the 90 he needed to win, and the 30 games plus the 90 he needed to win. But now he's losing some. So where are the games he loses gonna go? Did they affect this number? Do they affect this number? Do they only affect this number? Yeah, because they're playing more games, but he's not winning more. So for this part, all we have to do is add to our denominator. And we want to know when that reaches 55%, or 0.55. It is a very similar vibe. Try this. We've structured it. See if you can put it together. Okay? This is the last thing for today. See if you can process this through. How many games would he need to lose?
Can I see?
Yeah. How many games would he need to lose? See if you can figure it out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think? How many more games does he need to win? Or how many more games does he need to lose in a row? What do you think? How many games?
Before distributed or?
You should be just fine to do that.
Because I have a weird number.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
That's fine. Yep. Yep. If you get a decimal answer, you're doing all right. Don't freak out. Decimal doesn't mean wrong. It's statistics in real life very rarely comes out tidy. So here I did my adding, but you do not have to. You can also do this without simplifying it. So once I've combined my like terms, then I'm gonna multiply by my denominator. You're probably fine. Don't worry, you did just fine. You did just fine. So I multiplied by my denominator. Oh, screen. Can you stop being a grumpy Gus? Then I distributed. I took my 0.55 and distributed it over. Subtracted my 66 from both sides. And what do we get as an answer? 76.3. Which means how many games does he need to lose? If he loses 76 games, will that be enough to make him be at 55% or lower? He would need to lose 77 games. Because of the way they word it, we wanted to know when he was a winning record below 55%. If it was 76, he would be at like 55.6, so above 55%. So we need to lose more games, so he needs to lose 77 games. So it took 90 games to get him from 60 to 90%, but 77 games to take those losses down lower, even than he started. So they love to pull out things that are vaguely stats, but are still systems of equations kind of stuff on these things. We only have one more page in this chapter in your book. We'll talk about the next page, Test 18, tomorrow. It's going to be working with the inequalities and solving the inequalities. We have a chapter test on Friday. So use this time to finish up on the Unit 2 homework. I still have a lot of people that don't have it all turned in. There's 4 homeworks. We've had 8 so far in the semester. By the end of the semester, each homework assignment is going to be 1% of your final grade. They're sitting there and waiting for you to take them. Right now, they're a little bit more because of the way things weighed out. But by the end of the semester, just due to the sheer lack of homeworks, each homework assignment is about 1%. Do a thing. Please. Please. You've got time. You do not have to do them at home. You can do them here and get them done and ask questions and do the thing. Thank y'all.